channel. If you're ready, let us drift away together. Now, get comfortable and surrender to the whispers of Slytherin Sounds. In the fire and bravery of the lion, the true story of Gryffindor House. Gather close beneath the warm flicker of roaring flames that dance upon the ancient hearth of the Gryffindor common room. Hear the crackle and roar of firelight as it casts shadows on worn stone walls within Hogwarts. These walls have witnessed more than just courage. They have carried centuries of valor, sacrifice, mistakes, and rebirth. At the heart of Hogwarts, where the lion roars and the torchlight blazes, lies the true tale of Gryffindor House. A story not simply of bravery or daring, but of legacy, struggle, and transformation. Our tale begins over 1,000 years ago with the founding of Hogwarts by 4 of the greatest witches and wizards of the age: Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Salazar Slytherin. Godric Gryffindor was a man of fierce courage and unwavering honor. He believed that true greatness came not from birth or power, but from the fire within one's heart. To him, bravery was a sacred gift, one that burned brightest in those willing to stand for what was right, even when faced with danger. Thus, he valued not only courage, daring, and chivalry, but also the fierce loyalty of those who would protect others at all costs. A belief that became the enduring soul of his legacy. To Godric, heroism was not given. It was earned by those willing to face fear, to fight injustice, and to stand firm when others fled. He sought students who possessed the inner fire to carve their names into the annals of wizarding history. And he was not wrong. Many of the world's most courageous and legendary witches and wizards rose from his house. Among Gryffindor's most revered figures stands the legendary Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, better known as Nearly Headless Nick. His enduring loyalty and bravery, even in death, symbolize the heart of Gryffindor itself. Undaunted, noble, and ever-present. Another shining example is Godric Gryffindor's own sword, forged from goblin-made silver and imbued with powerful enchantments. It has appeared in the hands of the bravest, glowing only for those truly worthy, a symbol of courage and the fight against darkness. versus cunning, valor versus lineage, and this rift echoed through Hogwarts history. Though their differences divided them, Gryffindor remained a beacon of hope and bravery, refusing to bow to fear or prejudice. It was a flame that would never be extinguished. Over the centuries, Gryffindor House nurtured values with fiery passion. Students were chosen for their bravery, boldness, and unyielding spirit. Many became champions, leaders, duelists, and defenders of the weak. They mastered courage, understood sacrifice, and forged unbreakable bonds. Gryffindors were never ones to retreat. They faced storms head-on and led others through the darkness. But bravery alone can be a double-edged sword. It is a fire that fuels legends, but can just as easily burn those who wield it without caution. Some Gryffindors, blinded by pride or reckless daring, have stumbled and made mistakes, sometimes with consequences that echoed far beyond the walls of Hogwarts, shrouded in whispers and hidden histories. Yet, from every fall, the house learned and rose stronger. Great leaders emerged from the ashes of their own errors, standing tall and unwavering in the darkest hours, inspiring hope when it seemed all light had been extinguished. During the most perilous times in wizarding history, the harrowing Wizarding Wars, Gryffindor House became a symbol of defiant resistance. Countless members fought with a fierce valor, embodying courage and sacrifice that crossed the boundaries of magic and blood. Their acts were not only battles against dark forces, but profound declarations that the light of hope cannot be snuffed out so easily. Some of their deeds remain unrecorded in official histories, carried only in the whispered tales passed down among the bravest of souls. Yet, the full story of Gryffindor is more tangled and shadowed than the bright flame it is known for. Not all Gryffindors were flawless heroes. Some faltered, overwhelmed by doubt or tempted by darker paths, only to find redemption through humility and relentless courage. Others acted unseen, protectors working in shadows where no one would expect the lion's heart to beat. These unsung guardians remind us that bravery often hides behind quiet acts of kindness and sacrifice. Hidden within the ancient stones of Gryffindor Tower lies a secret chamber known only to a chosen few. A place where the founders themselves left cryptic warnings and enchanted relics, guarding mysteries yet to be fully whispers of champions yet to come. The walls themselves seem to hum with a quiet magic, perhaps the lingering presence of those